Hey, we're getting into the first full week of August. Down here, Hurricane Debbie went up the coast. We had lots of discussions about our preparedness for the hurricanes and what we're going to do with all of our accounts, with our services teams, and how we manage the building with our big generator and everything. But it's always a real eye-opener to start with. This week, we had another very important thing happen. Miss Jolene got a new shoulder on Tuesday, so she's out of the office probably for maybe even a month. But we had a couple of projects come into play right now, and we are in process of finishing 3 different new reef aquariums. And one of the, well, as a matter of fact, both clients asked about the timeline, the sequence of events, how aquariums mature through time. And from a professional basis, it's always interesting to see. You know, you first start off like this reef that's running now, I'm guessing we're getting closer to 4 years now. How it started off as a white interior. We had the white Marco Rock at that time. They now offer purple. And we put the big plates in there and put in some of the first corals. The keystone on the back, you know, was all in the back. It was all white. And you can see, just like a natural reef, how the corals grow, how they grow into each other, how they grow around each other, and they, you know, outcompete each other for space. Here's a classic example on this acroporid by the Monteporas. It appears the Montepora grows around the base of the acropora, but then the acropora is now kind of growing over it. So there's always a kind of a war in the ocean related to terrestrial space, benthic space on the floor of the ocean, and especially when you come to a coral reef aquarium. When we talk about a brand new reef, a couple of these are with Aqua Roche and Marco Rock together. You think about the time it takes to do that. You know, we try to do our very best to move it in a rapid fashion, but it's not that easy to just say, boom, it's instantaneously filled with corals and fish. It's several months of time. That's a really important factor to recognize. And then the life support system and the care and maintenance that goes to really build a successful reef aquarium is extensive. I mean, this is a very significant life support system for 2,000 gallons of operating water. It requires, you know, regular maintenance every week or twice a week on an aquarium of this size. You're cleaning skimmers, you're adjusting calcium, you're cleaning the fleece filter, you're cleaning the scrubber, you're adding buffers and additives, you're feeding and dosing constantly. You have light cycles that need to be changed and dealt with. You've got to clean the surfaces. You've got to deal with the apex. There's a lot of responsibility. It isn't in 30 minutes you're going to finish this. Even as your own hobbyist, it takes time. Jellyfish are a little different. They're just monolithic. It's one creature. Look how beautiful this aquarium is right now. Jellyfish are super happy and growing really well. Take that investment of time, investment of dollars, and consistency into doing it on a regular basis. Once a week service is minimum. For a large reef aquarium, even a 100-gallon reef aquarium, if you're not taking care of it, it's got to be taken care of. And that may take a couple hours per aquarium. Or an aquarium of this size, this is really probably 8 to 10 hours a week of real work to get it to be as beautiful as it is at this point. So let's go out back and talk about the keystone. So we had a question recently that was posed to us from one of the viewers on our YouTube channel, and he was asking about the keystone. We'll take a look at this one aquarium over here. There's keystone on it now, just like in the showroom aquarium. And this is the back side of the keystone. It's silicone to the back of the aquarium. And somebody was wondering, well, you know, what is it leaching out? Is it leaching something? Well, shoot, it's calcium carbonate rock. It just happens to be glued into the aquarium with silicone. Of course, silicone is going to release acetate when it dries, but it's really not toxic. Same with this stone that's in the aquarium. I've been using it, oh gosh, since probably the early 90s or late 80s. I've been gluing it onto the back of aquariums. I've never had an issue with it. There's no toxicity whatsoever. Normally, I'll get the keystone through a tile seller, somebody who's selling tile for your house or for walls, and that's what it is, just calcium carbonate rock. I've seen it from the Dominican Republic. I've seen it from the Philippines. I bought cases from all over, and I'll show you. Let's go back here and we'll look on a case of it right now. There's a couple types that we've used through time, but I think it's important to recognize that in establishing a brand new aquarium, it takes time. So these are pieces of keystone. Here's some pieces glued together. And here it is. Came in this crate, obviously imported. And right there, it says it right there, made in the Philippines. That's where it came from. So it's naturally mined calcium carbonate rock. you have more questions like that, send them our way. And remember to like, subscribe, and take your time with your aquarium. It takes a lot of time and patience to make a very successful aquarium. Can't expect miracles overnight with your reef. See you next week.